son of Jonah or Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood hath not revealed this to you, but my Father which is in heaven. And then he now said, upon this rock I will build my church, etc., etc. But the point is that they were walking with Jesus, and you would think just because they saw the miracles they knew him. Now, is it not amazing to go and preach about a man you do not know? Okay, let's go and get people saved and born again. And so what do you tell them? Sir, I want to introduce someone to you. And say, who is that someone? I need help in Nigeria. I hope he's the one you're talking about. And then you say his name is Jesus. Say, what do you mean Jesus? Who is he? Say, well, I want to tell you he died for you. Did I ask him? What's he dying for me for? Because you are a sinner. By what standard do you say I'm a sinner? For all have sinned. Said who? Which parliament? What basis did you use to? Let me tell you, our world is not dull. You need to know God to talk to men. When you meet a poor and a struggling man, he doesn't have the fortitude to ask you questions. But when you want to meet men of influence, you must be prepared to give an answer. Because you already made them successful and they are not born again. So when you are bringing Jesus to them, the first question is, what is he? They are value driven. They are used to receiving proposals from people. So when you walk into the office, they think Jesus is one of those proposals. And he says, oh, let's see the advantages. Like a business idea. And then you are there crying and say, my Jesus, he said, please walk out of my office. You need to give me a level of, a depth of conviction. I tell you, this is why for many circles evangelism is poor. It's not because the motion is not there. The conviction, the goer himself is not sure of both the message and the person who sent him. So the moment you ask a question, okay, I will go back and ask my pastor and come back. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. When the woman at the well, without discipleship, when she had an encounter with Jesus by herself, Jesus didn't say go and call the rest. She ran. That means if you know God, it should do something to you. It has nothing to do with being an evangelist. You will be too grateful to be silent. Come see a man. She didn't even say come and see Jesus. Yet the force that was released from her conviction made people to say, this woman is not used to doing this. We better go and find out. But the people that do know their God, but the people that have met him enough to look at a family without rent and they say, look, let's leave this God. And they say, no, rent is too small. I know God. I know God. I know God. But the people that do know their God, if we do not grow in this depth of certainty, many believers will stop coming to church in the future. Do you know why? Because we have all kinds of teachings loitering the internet and loitering everywhere, trying to demean Jesus. Are we together now? And I hope you know that many people have been successful, especially